Hello there. I am just here to review kind of what we talked about in class today. This was the problem that we were looking at. Uh, the question it gave us was to find the area of an outdoor space. Um, this is something that we've worked on together. It's called an area model, and it works kind of like a multiplication chart where you start with one number on this left side and another number on the top, and you kind of trace where they would go. So the 100 would go down, going down, and then the 40 going across. And right where they would meet, that's where you solve for those two. And that's you're finding the product or the answer to a multiplication problem. So here, you'll see in this first square, it's 40 times 100. And the benefit of this right here is that when you break apart the numbers, like the number 127, you get 120 and 7. This is just using expanded form. And so when you pull them apart, you actually end up with just one digit that has value. So in the number 100, the only digit that has any value or any worth is this 1 in the hundreds place. So the benefit of that is when you have only one digit you're really worried about with each of these numbers, you can actually just multiply those digits that have value with one another. So in this case, you have 1 and a 4. And when you do 4 times 1 or 1 times 4, you get the number 4. And you can just count how many zeros there are and add them to the end. So you have the 4 and your 1, 2, 3 zeros. Becomes 4,000 square feet in this case. And similar to over here, you have a 2 and a 4. They're both in the tens place, but all we need to worry about in this case is just multiplying 2 and 4. That would give us 8, because if I have two groups of 4, you have 4 and 8. And then you just add these two zeros. So 20 times 40 or 40 times 20 becomes 800. This is the case with what we're going to do for the next 3 sessions. So you will be getting homework back. It looks like this. One thing to remember is that number you start with that you put on the top, however many digits are there, that's how many times you break this box up. So if you look, this is 127, has 3 digits. It has a 1, a 2, and a 7. And once you break those apart, you take the 1 out of there, and 1 in the hundreds place becomes 100. So you have 1 column for the hundreds. And then 2 in the tens place becomes 20. So you have a tens column. And then you have 7 in the ones place, which becomes your ones column. And so depending on how many digits that number is, that's how many columns you'll have for that top number. And the second number is just the same as well. It's however many digits are in that number is how many rows you will have. So columns move up and down, rows move left to right. And so in this case, it's a 2-digit number. 46 has a 4 in the tens place, which becomes 40 right here. And there's a whole row for tens. And then 6 in the ones place is just goes over here and creates the ones row. And again, when you're multiplying these to get these question marks answered or solved, you're tracing from the number on the left and the number up top and seeing where they intersect. And the box they intersect at is right here. So 6 times 100 is, even if you count by 100, it's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So in this case, 6 times 100 is 600. Another way to look at it too is 6 times 1 is 6, and then you just add these 2 zeros to the end. Hopefully this helps. If you do have questions, please reach out to me, and I will try to put more content up for you guys to have as a tool or an aid to help you solve. Thank you very much. Bye.